LSU. Just putting those two names together can jumpstart a host of feelings and memories through Tuscaloosa and Baton Rouge. Moments of frustration, disbelief, and jubilation due to the battles that these two have had. From national championship games to season derailments, this rivalry has had it all, and we've got even more for you today. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on last year's national champions, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The LSU Tigers offense will go to work first. And a lot of thrillers in the history of this series, but last year wasn't one as the Tide rolled easily.
It was a beatdown, and it was replayed over and over on the TVs all throughout the facility. LSU, Jesse, had a year to think on that.
It sure did, and that Crimson Tide blowout was big on the recruiting trail, too. These are two programs that are consistently competing for the same 5-star athletes across the board. That's a big reason why this game means so much. As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. He did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense trying to take it back. Touchdown, Alabama! And they turn it into a defensive score.
And defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the end route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
LSU quick to the line. Back to throw, it's Van Buren. Quick strike complete. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets it.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts up front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield, and that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. That's reeled in, it's Hill. He got it out to the 34-yard line, not enough for the first down. Let's see if they punt it away. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Green. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Back to pass. It's Calandria. Catch in the middle. It's Hill. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his man, it's Hale. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Breaks into the open. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Gets the back moving. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Pulls it in. It's Adams. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The Crimson Tide a few inches away from converting on 3rd down. To the ground to try to move the chains. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Finds his man. It's Durham. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. To the air, it's Van Buren. Quickly to the tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. To the air on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Miller. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
And so much to break down from a spirited first half between the Tigers and the Tide. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the fellas to see how this duel between Alabama and LSU plays out.
And the Tigers will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes that Alabama offense. And when your defense is performing like this, pitching a shutout, you want to find a way to reward them and help them out a little bit, David.
And I guess that's the upside for this offense. Their defense has been so good, but man, oh man, they've got to find something, Jesse, that they can hang their hat on, something they can do to move the football.
It just feels like at this point, they kick one more field goal and this is ball game because of how well their defense is playing. So I think offensively, just don't do anything stupid and give the game.
And the quarterback goes goes down at the 11-yard line.
Defense had to have it. You've got to get off the field quickly and give it back to your offense. When you're trailing by this many points, you can't be on the field long and allow the opponent to bleed the clock. So really nice job up front winning, getting home, getting the sack, now setting up 4th down. And now let's see if their offense can start chipping away at this lead.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll make the fair catch at the 44, and they'll have terrific field position. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Van Buren. Get it out on the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain. LSU right back to the line.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
They booted away. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. Final stand to the game, and we'll start with the first down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll run the RPO and throw it right.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield. It's Horton. At the 35, he's got room. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown Tide! As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
They'll try to add another to their lead. Down the middle. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Minnesota is ahead right now in Minneapolis, but that's not exactly Bronco Nagurski out there controlling the game. This one is a long way from being over. They're up by 10 over Penn State.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Great job by the defense forcing a fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
Wants to throw. It's Van Buren. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. LSU quick to the line. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. It's picked off, and another empty drive. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. That is a tough one to take. They had the interception, but it's taken away by the pass interference penalty. Wants to go up top on first down. With the catch, it's Durham. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. To the air on second down. He wants a big play here late. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. The screen, and watch out. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down.
That's a first down for the offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Hold on.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Wants to keep it in the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Green. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. To throw, it's Van Buren. Makes the grab. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Green. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. And they spike it and get the clock stopped. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Hill. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Wants to fire on second down. Fires deep toward the end zone. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side. They've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoil.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans